The Great London Smog of 1952 by Bryce, Elly, and Maddie. Before the Great London Smog of 1952, people just accepted the smog as a normality. The government even claimed that December's high death rate was because of a flu outbreak and not the smog. But 4 years later, in 1956, the Clean Air Act banned the burning of polluting fuels in smoke control areas. Although today, in London, the air quality is still pretty terrible. The significance of the Great London Smog is that it led to anti-pollution laws being passed. The air above the UK still hasn't cleared, and it still causes congestive heart failure, asthma, emphysema, etc. because of the particulate matter and nitrogen dioxide exposure. The Mayor of London called for the new Clean Air Act, which made it illegal to burn coal in fireplaces. The Clean Air Act of 1956 regulated domestic and industrial smoke emissions, and it led to the creation of smokeless zones as well as subsidies to householders to convert to cleaner fuels.
The London smog was created from heavy burning of coal in power plants and wood burning in home fireplaces. The smoke, which normally was blown out to sea by winds, remained over London for many days due to an anticyclone and stagnant winds. Furthermore, the smog settled over London due to an inversion layer which accumulated over the course of the day. Some effects on society and the people of London include calls for reform within the laws to improve air quality for all within London. Because of this event, many more air and environmental protection acts came into place all around Britain and the globe. The London smog led to the creation of the Clean Air Act of 1956. This act forced coal power plants to reduce emissions of smoke and chemicals such as sulfur dioxide from entering the atmosphere. The Clean Air Act of 1956 was repealed in 1993 in favor of consolidating environmental protection acts into one law.
The smoke stayed over London for 5 days and quickly lifted when the weather changed. The smoke forced all buses and cars to stop running besides the underground train system, causing people to stay indoors. Visibility was limited to a few feet in front of you or impossible. The smoke was most dangerous to the elderly, young children, and those with respiratory problems. The smoke lifted on December 9th by wind that blew the toxic air away from London. About 4,000 people died in the aftermath, later leading to the Clean Air Act of 1956.